Hello, Rosa.
Hi,
Hi. My name is Orlando Rodriguez. Nice to
Rosa.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Um, Before we continue, I gotta just tell you our disclosure statement. Um, I'm not allowed to share any, or I'm not permitted to share any information about our session,
Okay.
and that everything that is said in this room stays in this room.
Okay.
Um, Between you and me, unless there's incidences of self harm or harm to others.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So, beginning. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a college student, mother of two. Um, I am married. Um, Unfortunately, my husband was deported. So that's why I came in to see you because I feel um, very like I'm getting depressed and I feel like I can't find the correct resources for the help I need. So yeah, just a little bit about myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you that it's perfectly normal to feel that way, especially when you lose a significant other, and in the climate of this current um, society where that's been known to happen. So, first thing, how's everything at the house? As far as your living situation, is everything secure there?
It is. Um, like I said, fortunately, I was able. We have a savings account, and
Oh,
I'm a
good.
college student. So at this time, I'm not working, but I'm getting through and with like my financial aid and stuff. So I feel like we're okay at the time. It's
Mhm.
just the thought of what will happen in a few months and what am I gonna have to do, kind of thing, that worries me.
And how old are the children?
I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Oh, wow, that's precious.
Yes, thank you.
Little handful though, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I have to commend you for being, you're a student and you raising two kids. That's amazing.
Thank you. It's
Um,
hard.
yeah. And so, what about? You tell me a little bit about any support that you have outside of your immediate family. Do you have relatives that live close by? Do you take advantage of any programs that help single parents?
So my family is not living close. The only relatives I have close is my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother-in-law, and they're about 30 minutes away. And then I do attend a church that is
Oh,
supportive,
good.
and
It's
I
amazing.
have them available in case of an emergency or just that faith
Uh huh.
support. Yeah.
That's awesome. So how's the relationship with your sister?
We're civil. We're not the closest
Mm-hmm.
relationship, but we are at a civil point. Like I said, she lives about 30 minutes away, so it's hard to just get up and go. Or if
Yeah.
she comes, we'll visit at least like once a month and
Okay.
see each other then.
That's awesome. And with as far as the church is concerned, are they helping you out in any way?
Yes, they've done activities to where their funds go to support us and pay some of the bills. Um, there's just a lot of support from them at the
That's
time.
okay. So it seems to me that you have great support, um, especially in the community, right? And you have family support. But what your challenges right now is you feel like you're becoming depressed, correct?
Yes, that's where my
And that's
challenge is.
perfectly natural, especially being a single parent, and I commend you for that as well. Perhaps we can look into some other resources local in the area that would help you in what you're going through. I do know that there are several support groups
Okay.
um, that might facilitate and you'll be able to relate to what you're going through specifically.
Okay.
Um, we can look into those if you're willing. There's a community health center nearby that might be able to offer some sort of therapy,
Okay.
one-on-one therapy if you feel like it's going to be needed. Um, as far as financial situations, we have several programs that would help you out in that area if it came to lessen the stress in your life.
Okay.
Um, so as far as I know, we can set some dates and times,
Okay.
right? To be set some goals in order to get you where you want to be. Um, what about real quick? And I forgot. I'm sorry I didn't mention. I was asking. What about the situation with the husband? Does it look like he'll be coming back? Or,
It doesn't look like it's good or a good idea for him to come back. With a deportation, that would just be getting him more trouble.
Mhm.
So that's something that he probably won't.
Okay.
We're in between going out there ourselves or just kind of seeing how much time we can be here and have the kids.
Are you a citizen?
I am.
Oh, good. And so I'm assuming the children are because you are. There are also a lot of resources that maybe we can look into that'll help secure citizenship for your husband. It might be a lengthy process, but that being understood, it seems like we can keep you involved in these support programs till then
Okay.
to help
that
you
would
in
be
that area.
perfect.
I'm sure like missing him in this picture is gonna has a great effect on your relationships,
Mhm.
and so maybe we can work on getting him back into the picture in some fashion.
Okay. Yeah, that
Right?
would be perfect. Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about some time frames
Okay.
and stuff. Um, According to my agency, I could have you. We can have some sessions for at about four sessions a month for the next 3 months, and if we could set up some goals, and we can meet some criteria during this, and we can assess if it's improving, or your situation's improving, or any change in your behavior and how you think and in your depression, and then maybe if anything, we could do some change planning to adjust to that.
Okay.
So first thing I would like to do is set you up with a meeting with a local therapist,
Okay.
and also we're gonna look into setting you up with some resources that will help try to secure citizenship for your husband, being that you're a citizen as well. And also there are a bunch of resources that I have that I know of, some faith-based organizations that would help you out too financially.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then, so any other concerns that you have before
No.
going forward?
No, I think that's a good start, and I'm very thankful for all the help.
And so, I'm just gonna say that it's very brave of you to come in here and going this current situation that you have. I commend you for that, and I think,
Thank you.
and hopefully we can get you to the point to where this this cur- this barrier in your life right now be overcome.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and we'll see you next week at the same time.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
All right, bye bye.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Leanne Rodriguez. I'm the social worker here at this agency, and your name is?
Orlando Rodriguez.
Hi, Orlando. So I'm just going to start off and let you know a little bit about myself. I've been with this agency for about 5 years, and I have a bachelor's in social work. That's a little bit about me. I just want to go ahead and let you know that whatever is said in these four walls stays between us, so you won't have to worry about me disclosing any of your information to anybody, unless of course you feel like harming yourself or others. In that case, I do have to go ahead and go to my supervisor with that information to keep yourself safe and others safe as well. So what brings you in to see me today?
I was sent here by my wife because I have a problem with cocaine.
Okay, do you feel that you have a problem with cocaine, or
Sometimes, yeah.
do you need the substance to function?
Only because like I feel like sometimes I do it too late at night, and then I wake up, I have to go to work, and I'm super tired, and then so I use
So it's like a
to
cycle.
help me stay up.
Okay, so it seems like you're in a cycle. Do you feel like you have a lot of support that would help you come off of this addiction?
The only support I have is my wife.
Okay, does anybody else know about your addiction?
Not really.
Okay. Do you feel that other than it being in the cycle that there are things that can bring on an episode, like triggers? Some people will drink and then to sober themselves up, do the substance, things like that.
I always like to use when I'm out of town and after work or when I have a lot of money.
Okay.
Mhm.
So feeling a little lonely or knowing you have that extra income and you want to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you work out of town often?
All the time.
All the time. So you're mostly working out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use with any of your coworkers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there coworkers that don't use?
Just the foreman, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what we want to do is we want to kind of get you out of anything that's triggering that use.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have specific friends that you use with or coworkers that you use with, maybe kind of taking a step back from that friendship.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna want to look at maybe going into like Narcotics Anonymous as a support group to find yourself support, and then I want you to basically realize what triggers you to use, and we'll start there to kind of help soften that blow to where you're not wanting to use and get away from those triggers. That'll be our first step. Second step is to get that therapy through the Alcoholics Anonymous and then continue to come see me. Let's take a look. I want you to do that for about 2 weeks. Go into those, see if that helps. If not, then you can come back in 2 weeks and we'll discuss other options with you if you don't feel that that's working and you still find the need to use.
Mm-hmm.
Addiction's not easy to overcome, so it's going to be trial and error, and then finally we'll get you to a point where you know. And feel free if you feel stressed out to talk to your wife. We'll even send you to a doctor to see if maybe sleeping medications might help you to get the rest that you need. But we'll review this in 2 weeks. So do I have your willingness to go along with this treatment plan for right now, and then we'll look at it and see how it works in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And if not, reassess.
Okay.
Do you have a physician that you can go to?
No, I haven't seen a doctor in a while.
Okay, so I will look around for a physician for you that probably more likely specializes in addiction to see what we can do to get you some rest. If there's any type of depression, maybe even get medicated for that. That way we can wean you off the cocaine and get those receptors back to normal. But in 2 weeks, also I'll work on finding referrals for doctors, and then we'll see you back in 2 weeks, and then we'll go from there to see how you've been doing. But mainly we want to get you out of those things that trigger the usage.
Okay.
Okay? So I have your agreement on this.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you in 2 weeks to reevaluate the situation and go from there. But good luck, and I think you'll be fine just as long as you can get away from the things that trigger you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rosa. I am a social worker here at the Pueblo Community Health Center. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Okay. If we'll start by letting you know anything you say here is confidential. Do feel free to speak on what you're wanting to the problem and the situation you're going through. I do want to let you know though we are mandatory reporters. So if is there any thought of harming yourself or harming others, we do have to report. So I do want to set that straight. How can I help you today?
So I have been feeling down. I had a baby 5 months ago in June, and ever since then I just feel like I'm in a depression that I just can't really get myself out of. I've been trying to fight it for a while, and it's time that I seek actual help.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
By down, do you mean do you have energy to do anything, or are you just really depressed?
Depressed. Sometimes it's very hard to get out of bed. I have to force myself out of bed to care for my child, and then sometimes I just like I feel depressed, but I also feel anxious.
Okay.
Like I have constant fear of something happening
To the baby.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, and that makes sense. A lot of times when you have a newborn, that does happen. You have that anxiety. Have you sought any medical help? Has your doctor seen you after giving birth?
My doctor was really good about telling me, that it does happen quite often, and if I needed help to seek it, and I'm tired of pretending that I don't need it,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a stigma with mental health, and I'm tired of just trying to fight it off myself, and I think it's time that I address it.
Yeah, of course. It does sound like it could be postpartum depression because of the recent birth. Um, with you not seeking help, it would be a good idea to start there, to seek professional help. Start off with your provider, and then from there, see if you can be referred to behavioral health, a therapist.
Okay.
Is this depression affecting your relationship with your spouse in any way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I feel that I'm very short with him. Like I just don't have the patience for him,
Okay.
and it is definitely affecting our relationship.
Okay. Has he talked about how he feels? Like you seem depressed, or it seems like something's going on. Has he noticed that?
No, I think he's noticed it, but he hasn't verbalized it.
Okay. Okay. Do you have support group that helps you with the baby, or that is around?
I have, my parents and my in-laws, that help with the baby when I need, but they're older,
Okay.
and so they're really the only ones that I trust my baby with. Like, that's part of the anxiety thing. Like, I don't want to leave him with anybody that I don't trust, so to speak.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
But they'll take him if I need them to take him, but I just don't like to rely on that a whole lot.
Okay. And that makes sense. You want to make sure the baby is safe and
Right.
is with somebody you do trust.
Right, and with that anxiety, it makes that a little bit more difficult.
Yes, of course. Do you currently work?
No, I'm a full-time student.
Okay. Which is a full-time
Full-time
job,
job,
as
pretty much,
yes,
yeah.
and a full-time mom is
Yeah.
also a full-time
Yeah.
job. So, who watches the baby while you are in school?
My significant other has adjusted his schedule to where he's off on the days that I go to school. The upper level classes usually only run Tuesday, Thursday, so he's off on Tuesdays. So the baby stays with him on Tuesdays, and then either my mom on Thursday or my in-laws. So they switch every other Thursday.
Well, that's good that you have the support group
Yes.
that is there when you need them and can take them when needed. I do see that we want to start off with seeking assistance for the depression. So what I want to do is I want to find some resources for you. That way we can get you in to see, like I said, your provider. Your provider from there can refer you to behavioral health. We'll start there, have you see them, and then we can have you come back to see me in about 2 weeks, and then we'll see how you're feeling then.
Okay.
And from there, if we still see that your significant other is still feeling the same way, we might want to try and add him to some of your sessions. That way he can be understanding and understand what you're coming from and what's going on with your situation. So does that sound good to be back in about 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll give you some phone numbers and refer you to some of the behavioral health and doctors that specialize in depression and that would be able to help you with the depression as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
see you then.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good one.
Okay.